So during our coaches meeting today, a topic came up again that's a frequent topic of discussion for us and clients, and that's around how long-term dietary compliance looks and how to get there. Because doing things like tracking every meal, logging every meal, everything you eat, counting macros, weighing food, that's not ultimately particularly sustainable for most people. It's not where we want the end state to be. We're not trying to sell people on tracking everything. I don't actually, unless I am following, I have very specific goals that require that kind of tracking. But for most people, it's like training wheels. It's something you do for a time so that you begin to quantify the foods that you eat. This process often does take sometimes a year or two or more for some people, but it makes it so that when you look at food, you know what's in it. You know what the macros are, and you can tell by look and feel what you're getting into, so that you can eventually reach a state of sustainability. So you can sort of look at food, serve yourself portions of food that are reasonable and make sense. But this takes a lot of retraining, and so for some it may take longer than others, but the end goal is to not get people to track food in an app or a spreadsheet or something like that, but rather develop new habits around food and begin to just be able to eat based on how things look and feel, because you know what's in food rather than having to constantly quantify. Because one, nobody really wants to do that, and two, sometimes it's just impractical. We have lives, and it shouldn't revolve around food tracking. It should revolve around other things, and it can take away from the enjoyment of eating, which I think everyone should be able to do. It's just that you may have to step away from that. So similarly to how when you're a small child, you may count on your fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even when you do addition and things like that, you eventually graduate toward just being able to understand the quantities of numbers intuitively and be able to form, basic addition and subtraction, multiplication and division in your head without having to write anything down or count on your fingers or anything like that. And that's where we eventually want to get with food, so that we can look at a meal and go, yeah, that has the 40 grams of protein I need. It's a low-fat meat, so that's good, so I can serve a generous portion. Or maybe it's not, and so you have to augment with a protein shake, like other videos I've mentioned, or something like that. But ultimately, the goal is to wear the training wheels for a while and then eventually take them off. So if you'd like help going through this kind of process and training to get to a point where you're eating in a manner that's sustainable, and so that you can look at your food and know that it's going to do what you need for you rather than the other way around, let us know, reach out, or visit us at highcallingfitness.com, and we'd be happy to talk